Welcome to DermWire News, powered by DermWire.com. DermWire News for Smart Speaker is made possible with advertising support from Dermatology. I'm Stephanie Tlea, Senior Managing Editor of Practical Dermatology magazine. Itch, dryness, and other eczema symptoms negatively affect quality of life, according to a new study published in the Annals of Allergy, Asthma, and Immunology. Of 602 adults with eczema, symptoms that were the biggest burden were itch at 54%, followed by excessive dryness or scaling at 19%, and red or inflamed skin at 7%. Skin pain and sleep disturbance were the next most burdensome symptoms, the study showed. Those with moderate or severe eczema were less likely to report itch or excessive dryness or scaling as their most burdensome symptoms, said Dr. Jonathan Silverberg, lead author of the study. A higher proportion of that group reported blisters or bumps, sleep disturbance, pain, and open sores or oozing as their most burdensome symptoms. In addition, a high percentage of all those surveyed considered themselves to only have fair 25% or poor 15% overall health and reported being somewhat 16% or very 11% dissatisfied with life compared to those who do not have eczema. Eczema was associated with a worse quality of life than several other common chronic illnesses, including heart disease, diabetes, and high blood pressure, the authors note. Moreover, moderate and severe eczema were associated with dramatically lower quality of life than all other chronic disorders examined. DermTech Incorporated announced the publication of real-world performance and utility of non-invasive gene expression assay to evaluate melanoma risk in pigmented lesions, by Laura Ferris of the University of Pittsburgh and colleagues. The new research published in Melanoma Research confirms the real-world clinical performance of DermTech's PLA. The researchers completed an analysis of 381 patients assessed with the PLA. For the study, 100% of PLA-positive test results were clinically managed with surgical biopsy, while 99% of PLA-negative cases were clinically managed with surveillance. No missed melanomas were identified in the 6 to 9 month follow-up period after a negative PLA test. The number of surgical biopsies needed to find one melanoma was 2.7 with the PLA versus about 25 for the current standard of care, demonstrating a near 10-fold reduction in surgical procedures. For the 19 melanomas found in the PLA-positive cohort, all were melanoma in situ or stage 1A, demonstrating the PLA identifies melanoma at the earliest stages, when it is entirely curable by wide excision. We knew we had a very well-validated non-invasive melanoma rule-out test with a negative predictive value of over 99%. Preliminary utility data from an earlier reader study showed that dermatologists biopsy less often while detecting more early-stage melanomas when using DermTech's pigmented lesion assay. The study now confirms similar exceptional utility in the real world. The PLA effectively helps clinicians manage pigmented lesions by avoiding unnecessary biopsies while identifying early melanoma. Consistent with the high NPV of the test, there were no missed melanomas in the follow-up period, said Dr. Ferris. The Skin Cancer Foundation is now accepting applications for support of pilot research projects related to skin cancer. 2 grants of $50,000 and 1 grant of $25,000 will be awarded. Researchers are invited to submit applications for 1-year projects to be conducted within the dermatology departments of medical institutions in the United States and Canada. The application deadline is Friday, November 1st, 2018. Submissions will be reviewed by the Foundation's Research Grants Committee, and grant recipients will be notified by Friday, December 21st. Award presentations will take place at the Foundation's annual reception on Friday, March 1st, 2019 in Washington, D.C. Grantees must be present at the reception to accept their awards. Questions may be directed to research@skincancer.org. Thank you for listening to DermWire News, powered by DermWire.com. This editorially independent program is supported with advertising from Dermatology.